And yes, once again, it's the Bols podcast, that is. Philadelphia from the Duke Barber Shop, uptown Philly. We the fuck everywhere. Sleeves to hustle all day long. Here to get it the fuck on. You know what I'm talking about? Stop the militant one. You already know, a.k.a. Brother Byron in the building. Dread on the lens. I ain't fucking up this time, player. You know what I'm saying? I got you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? My bad. You know what I'm saying? I fucked up. Yeah, and whatevs, man. And we are here today to welcome our esteemed brother, guest. You know what I'm saying? This good brother done watched him matriculate and form his shit since Penn State, if I'm not mistaken. Shippensburg. Yep. God damn. Kappa up there, though, correct?
Yes, sir.
Ah, yes. If you didn't know, we're talking to the good brother, the young black entrepreneur, marketing extraordinaire, Tyrone Dixon. Welcome to the Bols, good brother. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? In the building. You know what I mean? And this motherfucker right here, let me to give you a backstory real quick about this fucking guy. All right? Marketing extraordinaire. This guy put me in the fucking hospital. You understand?
Yeah, you gonna tell us that story.
He been waiting to tell.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting to fucking tell this story.
Ago,
you know what I'm saying? I can't wait till I get T-Dot this motherfucker to tell him about his motherfucking Hennessy parties. Those Hennessy day parties around 2015, 16, Sundays down in the fucking basement. In the basement. Like, listen, it's light like shit coming out down that joint. You go down there, blackout, you know what I'm saying? Fucking with this Henny and this motherfucker, yeah, blacked out. It was over at like 9 o'clock. Why did I wake up at 3 or 4 something, getting woke up talking about, oh, you woke now. Fuck you mean? Where am I at, lady? You're in the hospital. How? Yeah, how, motherfucker? Hennessy, you know? That's why I don't drink this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
Drunk tank shit. That's just how lit the parties would go with this good brother, and that's just one of the things he got going on in his marketing capacity, man. Real shit, been holding Philly down and the tri-state for a decade plus now, good brother, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, what made you even get into it, man? Let's begin there, you know what I mean?
I mean, when you brought it up, it was like being in college. Like, you know, when I went to school in Shippensburg, you know, I came back in 2008. You know, I was a fish out of water, man. Like, I knew the city, but I didn't know the city. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, I got kicked out of a Cebu party. Well, not kicked out, but it was a Cebu party. Gilly was having that shit. And I was going, I'm used to college. I'm used to up there where it's like, it's a little black community. Mm-hmm. So we all roll together. Mm-hmm. We do everything together. We make sure, like, you good, I'm good. So showing up there, I get to the door. I had $60 probably on me. And I got to the door, and they was like, yo, it's $60 to get in. And I was just like,
say
where does everybody else go that don't do this? Right. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, it's like $60 to get in. I can't buy a Corona. I can't do shit.
Just so, look good.
Right. So then when I went back to school that weekend, I'm telling them, and they're so foreign because they come from so many different places outside of Philly. They're from Lancaster, Redden, you know, Harrisburg. So when I graduated, I'm like, yo, it got to be some folks like me. Whereas, like, you know, I'm just trying to get a good job. I'm looking for something, but I like to socialize. I want to go out. And I don't want to always have to appease to what the white folks got for us, where, you know, the last 10 minutes of that, wherever you going, then they give you a little bit of your music.
Yeah.
Right? They make sure that we gave you something so you can't say it.
Yeah, get that, like, put back that ass up.
Right.
Exactly. They love that shit.
They love it. That's true. So it was like, my thing was like, well, how do I create a space to where I know it's folks like me that can get together. And a lot of these places ain't making money and they act like they don't want us, but I know good folks. I would meet more people and I was like, nah, there's no way we ain't got somewhere where we can go kick it. So that really got my wheels rolling just to figure out where can we go. And it's not going to be neighborhood bars, neighborhood. I mean, and it's fucked up to say it. I mean, I can curse.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely,
Yeah,
brother.
I wanna make sure-
Yeah. Appreciate you, but yeah, get
I'm
it
trying
off
to
your
be
fucking
in a
chest.
nice
You know what I'm saying?
space. I'm gonna make sure I'm.
Man, and you can nicely
Trying to respect the
and you can nicely
establishment.
curse in this motherfucker as you need to, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like, making sure it's like, where can we go that appeases us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, when I start realizing, I'm like, man, this city's segregated as shit.
Is it though?
It's a segregated city, no matter how big it is or how they want to make it big. So I really just was like, look, I'm gonna just jump out there. I knew enough, or at least on some the cappers I know would show up.
Okay.
Yeah, because my mom's still in college and shit.
Right.
A lot of these guys, they got other jobs now, they got families.
Right.
That's when, it started to, I realized it's bigger than just, the shit we into on some fraternity shit. Them same guys go home and they got different jobs and different lives. So that got me going.
So you mentioned how segregated the city is and all that. How did you get your foot in the door?
So it was like I would go sit down, man. Like I said, I'm social, and I still had that college shit. I drank, man.
Right. Just start socializing.
Exactly.
You know
But
what
I went to where I like to go. So I usually would be like the only black dude there. I used to go down Old City and park up wherever I would see ain't no bar, ain't no traffic. And then I started realizing, like, so who's the bar manager? Just seeing how they should go. And just asking them questions. And they got so used to seeing me that they would like really start bringing me in talking.
Right.
And I ended up getting drinks with this white guy named John Frankowski. He's, to this day, is a great friend. And, you need somebody from across the aisle to reach over to make it where you can be accepted in places you might
We
not
like to
be
call them allies.
It's real shit.
You know what I'm saying?
John Frankowski's a real ass ally, man. Like, he be the same one. Like, I met him in there getting drunk. Turns out he owned shampoo.
Okay.
Right. So he owned shampoo. He also owned a spot in Old City. It was called Mix. Was it fucking Mix? I believe it is Mint. It's like Mint. So he owned them two spots, and we was talking. He was like, come on down. Tell me what you want to do. And he was working with a promoter, and he was just a straight promoter, and he had no issues about I'm just a promoter. It was Coco. Coco was down there, and he's older than me, and John was just like, you should meet Coco. So when I started rapping with Coco, I was like, he was like, first, you're not from here. I was like, I'm from Yaden. He's like, yeah, I know you ain't from Philly. He was like, in fact, how you meet him and not know me? Right? I was like, yeah, I don't be in the street. Right? So I started throwing parties at Shampoo, and I was dying. Like, that spot fit 800-900 people. I might have 50 people come show up just to support me on the strength of, like, you trying to do some shit. Right. And, and when I started realizing, I was like, it got to be a business to this. So I was like, how many more Cocos is out there? And then, so I started like, I met DJ Boo, and I started meeting like the guys that were just straight. I just throw parties. And I'm like, well, if y'all come together, enough of y'all, I got a space for y'all that can fit 800 something people. Right. Because I believe in group economics. I believe in collaboration.
Absolutely.
And,
get what cats is doing the same thing.
Right. Like-minded folks, man.
Teach one, man. One hand,
see,
watch one.
I'm not threatening because, like, the city at that time, it was a lot of, like, individuals and everybody needed to do on their own. Nobody really operate together. So for me to have something, like what I've noticed and what I learned later on, a lot of folks have been in my spot and not used it to benefit nobody else. And they'd have kept trying to either grow it and then run into the ground where you lose that opportunity. But I looked at it like, man, I gotta be more Cocos. And that's how I started meeting everybody that was throwing parties from uptown down to West Philly, Southwest. And I opened up Shampoo. And it just took off from there because then it was just like, if you can organize and get these guys on the same page, like, well, what else you got going on? And, that kind of led into where at the time, the liquor companies, they all these companies like to see where their money's going. And when they are investing and they see that, we're in these other clubs, but this club Shampoo is buying a lot of our product. That's multicultural product. That's black folks. What on a Sunday, we don't got nothing going on Sunday, and they start asking around. And my name will come up, and that's when I start working with the liquor companies. Like, look, if y'all struggling to sell y'all product in some of these spots, bring me in. Like I bring and I'll put together some black program. Like, if that's our product, that's what we drink, that's what we like. Right. Help me get through the middle bullshit of they don't want black folks in here, but they want our money. If I come in with y'all, they're gonna say yes. And they started saying yes because they saw what I was doing with shampoo.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Hold on, man, real quick. I'd like to take this time out to say we have a Black History moment by the good brother Tyrone T. Dixon in the building now, bridging that gap, making it, you know what I'm saying? While you motherfuckers was partying hard in them 2010s and on, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, T. Dot, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Black History moments by the Bols, by the way. All right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, it's facts, man. Like, yo, that's like, no, real shit. Like, you talking about the real dynamics of this shit. You get what I'm saying? That goes into it that, you know, the average person ain't going to want to talk about or will get, like, you kept going. You get what I'm saying? Most motherfuckers after that first know, a couple bomb shows, you get what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that'll turn the motherfucker,
No,
the average
determination
motherfucker.
was there. See, what I like about it is how he said initially he had to reach out across the aisle, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now you've established yourself, so somebody in the same aisle as you don't have to reach out across the aisle no more.
Right,
They
and that
can
was
reach
always
out directly
cool.
to you. You know what I mean?
Completely, man. And that's why I was like, you know, like, I'm from Yale, I'm from Delaware County. I grew up in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
And that was always like something that I never understood. Philly was always, as segregated as it is, even us on our side of the fence, we wouldn't rock with each other. We know who everybody is, what everybody doing.
Mm-hmm.
But you would never see people come together and operate.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Coming from a fraternity mindset and from sports. Like, I'm a point guard. I'm a natural point guard.
Yo,
My thing is,
unfortunately, Philly's like that, man.
Right.
Like, they be hating on each other. Like you show somebody too much love,
you a dick eater.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
yo, that's not really how you can maneuver out here. It's not enough for
It's
us.
not brotherly at all. You know what I'm saying?
No, so it's like, I didn't mind doing it. And, you know, and I would be the weird boy that come up and see, yo, you know, I would hear that y'all had something going on. I'll show up and support. I'd like to drink anyway. Let me show you the drink.
So I'm going to drink anyhow.
And then
Let me go
introduce
there.
myself. And that started to kind of go further, where it went from being like, yo, okay, cool, he all right, he weird. But, you know, the common denominator is, you know, for me, it was always, you know, women is the backbone of everything. Like,
we know.
Speak on it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Like, you can sit here and not know a guy from Can of Paint, right? But then it's just like, if a woman introduces y'all in a way where it's like, you know, like she kind of already vetted you, made it cool, like you might be dealing with her, or it just might be something where she's like, yo, you ever meet my friend Rob? You like, no, I don't know Rob. You know, but on the strip, I want to get to know you. Hey, what's up with Rob?
You know what I'm saying?
If you cool, I'm
Yeah,
out.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he all right. Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And then that kind of like started to grow because like at the time, a lot of the women were like in the liquor's positions, sales reps, or they was like the bar managers, and they understood what was going on. So it was like when I realized that, I was just like, look, I mean, even if there's nothing between us, you know, I can help you, and wherever you know somebody I should know.
It's good business. You know
That's
what I'm
it,
saying?
right, it's
That's
good
all
business.
I'm saying. That's all. Like when it makes sense, let's just make it good business. You know what I'm saying? That's all. But you're absolutely right. Got to bring that woman in. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely.
Yeah, how many times you been out somewhere and like, you know, I go places by myself and check it out, and then it's like, you know, it's an attractive woman, and then a woman, she's somewhere in the room, and you kind of catch it. The other, you and him both caught it. Now it's like, oh, we got good taste. Yeah,
Exactly.
You like what I like.
drinking, man? You know, first round on me, and it just kind of builds out. You know, that's the bar culture that Philly is, because Philly is a restaurant city first, then it's a nightlife city, so that's why it's behind.
And a lot of these food places become nightlife at the
Right.
Exactly.
They know how to work it.
See, I'm glad y'all mentioned that because I wanted to bring that up because I'm not in the streets.
Oh, we fucking know, Militant One. Fight the power. You know what I'm saying?
I get
Absolutely,
told
man.
that every week.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
if you were talking to somebody from out of town, right?
Word.
How would you describe the Philly nightlife scene? I mean, I know things tend to, sometimes they're great, sometimes they're good, sometimes things are good and then they fall off. Currently, how would you currently describe Philly's nightlife?
I mean, it's kind of been the same way for years. I say Philly is a big little city.
It's
It's a big little city. You know, we're one of the last cities that people are actually from here. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know,
It's crazy though. We one of the cities that we transplant everywhere else too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can go with the land, you get a good amount
Right.
of
You go
people
to
from
LA.
Philly.
You go to LA. It's a flock of folks out
Yeah.
there.
Exactly.
Like anywhere you gonna go, but
H-Town, all that
when
shit.
I explain to folks that come here, I'm like, we are a big little city.
Everybody in that joint like, who homie right there?
Right,
While all the
right.
bitches looking at him and shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It goes on, man.
Right.
It's
That's
kind
how I
of
was just
hard
like,
to capture a feeling and a look at the same time. You know what I mean? You want to have a good, elegant, upscale type of situation but you also want that shit to rock at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I said start. You came here.
It was the merge of the two.
Right.
And that's what you brought together. That's
right.
that's the void that was missing, basically.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
I mean, I would tell people, man, especially companies, like a lot of my friends that I kind of started out with staying consistent, they grew into leadership roles. So you might have been like the sales rep, now you the sales manager. After a couple of years, you got decision-making power. And that's when it was just like, all right, so think about it. Most of the time when you leave work, y'all don't spend time together outside of work, but in work.
Right.
And that's just like a forced moment. Like Christmas parties and
Right,
all that
right.
shit. So I was like, yo, why not take advantage of what's around here? Like, if you able to invite the black accountants out, if you able to then invite like entrepreneurs and they think it's all salons and all that, if you start theming and putting it that way, you'd be surprised how much more overlap there is than it's not. And then you start seeing different faces, and that's where, you create those spaces where it's like, everybody can say, at least I went somewhere that I haven't been before.
Right,
And that's the hardest thing to create in Philly, is being somewhere and doing something you haven't done already.
Right.
Also with a type of like mixed crowd that it's not like you like, nah, that's a hood joint. Or no, that's just an uppity joint. Or that's just a white joint.
That's
You
the
get what
thing,
I'm
is
saying?
like,
No,
you gotta sell a feeling.
No, but that's what he did. That's what I'm saying. That was the whole vibe. Like you got everything in there. You know what I'm saying? You had hood cats that would come to these joints. You had the socialites. You had the regulars. You know what I'm saying? So it was a dope vibe because of, you know what I'm saying, what you presented out there. You know what I mean?
Well, based on what you said though, what was dope, right? And it was like, I went through a period where I like wine. Because it was like, the women I was into like wine. So it was like...
Oh, we had the wine
I'm
connoisseur
saying,
on
You
here.
got to make
know
sure you
what I'm
swing past
saying?
the Black Oak Wine Club.
Absolutely. Back. Shout out to Mar and
My
them.
man
You know what
Mar,
I'm
like I
saying?
said, and me and him ended up partnering years later. I mean, we'll probably get into that in this conversation, when I started my ad. Mar was a part of that. But when I was in the wine, I would go to the art galleries, First Fridays down Old City, by myself, just stroll in. And just again, how does this work? Who works here? Yo, I know people that would love this, man. Like, what days y'all don't have making money? And when I started doing the wine mixer, it started on, like I told you about cornbread.
Yeah.
It started over on 6th and Chestnut, James Albert Art Gallery. And, he couldn't see it. He was like, so 100 black people coming in here, they young. I said, 21 to 30, they coming in. And we only gonna serve wine. That's it. He was just like...
It's untapped market, right?
He said, if you think so, he was like, man, I like you, man. We'll give it a shot.
Because it's not even about smoking the wine. It's cats like to come out and vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just be social.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then switch it up and do something that you haven't
In
done
a different
before.
environment. In a dope ass
At that
environment.
moment, it's like, oh, y'all got wine too? Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, man, the thing I'm most proud about, right? And it was like, I'm in there, and there was this white woman that came off the street. She's looking at this piece of art, and there's a guy I know. He's a trapped out street guy. He's there looking at the same piece of art, but he comes from an art background.
Okay.
And so he's talking, they talking, and me and the guy that owned it, we drinking whiskey, and he was like, "Wow, I get what you're saying now." When he saw that, I was like, "Yo, there's nowhere else in Philadelphia they would have a conversation."
Period.
Nowhere else would they come across each
Period.
other and
You know what
talk.
I'm saying?
That white woman might look at him as like he's somewhere. He's a
Right.
She gonna be tugging her purse.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
she's
saying? And locking her
But,
fucking door.
I mean,
Absolutely.
They ended up going from that long conversation to they went to the bar, got wine together. They was laughing and joking the rest of the night, and I was like, "That's really what this city can be, and that's where this city's growing. Right? It's the last big city in this country that can grow, and I'm confident. I'm just glad that a lot of little shit that I was able to do and work and collaborate with everybody else. When my kids get older, they'll be like, Philly's a spot somewhere.
Right.
I can work, live, and play. I don't have to work here and go to DC. to have fun. Go up the street to New York.
It's cool. I like to see black people kind of like breaking some of those stereotypes, like even with the Philly Cigar Week.
Yeah,
That's dope.
exactly.
Yeah,
And I've
Shout out to Big John Armstrong. Yeah.
all day long, you know.
because then I
what I'm
started doing research about that and the different like cigar events, and I was surprised that there were so many black ones across throughout the country that I wasn't even aware of. Like that, you know what I mean? I didn't
Opened
realize
you up
there's
to a
such
whole new market, man.
Yeah. Same thing with the wine. Like when Lamar had the Black Oak Wine Club, and I was like, man, I didn't even know that so many. But once you give an opportunity, get the exposure to it.
Exactly, and expand and speak on it. You know what I'm saying? That's
I
all.
love you said expand and speak on it. That's really what it is.
Like that's
And
it.
I would always tell that to Mara, because Mara would be into, like, Mara's such a thinker, man.
Absolutely.
He's such a calculated dude. It's like I learned a lot from just how he carried himself.
Sommelier.
Right, and he's sommelier.
You know what I'm saying?
When we link up, I'm the one to tell everybody we walk up, I'm like, yo, he's sommelier? Like, you work here? And they be like, really? I'm like, no, man, don't listen. Mara, I know you cool. I'm gonna
All
ask you
day.
about this shit. Yeah, he is sommelier. I'm pretty sure he can talk to you right now about whatever y'all got going on.
Period. What
And
you
it-
drinking is bullshit.
Right.
And he'll break it down why.
Right.
Just with a quicker whiff.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Gotta check
You know what I'm
make sure it got the
saying?
legs
Skim
on
of
it.
that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Skim of the glass.
Absolutely.
It was like, but you supposed to be able to be hype about the folks, that got shit going on.
Period.
Gotta be hype
Absolutely.
about each other.
No, dog, absolutely.
That's what the boys here to do, man.
Celebrating each
And
other, man.
support before they blow up.
Yeah,
You know what I
Period.
mean? People don't
Exactly.
always need to support once they
Exactly.
made it.
Nah.
Support them on the way up.
Early, you know what I'm saying?
See, that's what we call dick eating. You get what I'm saying? That is the perfect term for dick eating, all right? You know what I'm saying?
That's a great
They
segue.
already done did it, done put the work in,
Yeah.
and now you want to be like, yo, you ain't heard of, you ain't seen the fucking 10, 15, 20 years motherfuckers done put in behind this shit, but now you want it. Now you got to pay double,
Right.
fucking triple. Pussy.
That's some real shit.
You know what I'm saying?
But let me
Like,
ask you this, right? Because since you are a man about town and you are out there, guys' night out, where do you like to go?
So, you know what, man? I'm actually learning about myself right now, because I spent so long creating spaces for people to enjoy themselves. Like, I don't enjoy myself the way everybody else.
You don't
Like,
enjoy those same spaces that you create?
Nah, I don't, because it's like,
it's business when you
right, and
Right,
even
look at it
there, it's kind of
differently.
like, I mean, you get dulled to the sense of shit. Like, I can tell by how the night's going. I can tell by the conversation and meeting people. I don't want to be preemptive and judging folks. And then I hate that I be right, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you been around, you spend so much time around people, and
Learn
you
how to
spend so
read
much
them.
time around, and you start understanding, like, just based on what they're drinking or what they're into. So,
how this shit gonna go.
right, and I'm learning now. It's like, so I spend my time creating space where people enjoy themselves, that they work all week and they spend a little bit of time. This is my everyday. This is my, your leisure time is what I do
Daily.
to feed my two children. So for me to enjoy myself, I got a group of friends, man. It's 3 of us. We've been friends, my oldest friends, since we were 8. Football season, every other week, we're at each other's house. And your job is the host, you bring food. I just like sitting back and just talking shit.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's it.
And welcome to the land of shit
That's
talkers right here. You know what I'm
But that's
saying?
why when he said it, he was like, yo, come on up. And I was like, yo, I want to do it here, because this is the essence. This is the shit I enjoy. Like, barbershop culture, like, I'm really big on how men like spending man time,
Right.
sharpening each other, like,
Iron sharpens
talking
iron.
shit to a motherfucker like, yo, like, you bullshit right now. And it's funny because it's like, I know I'm bullshitting, but it's like,
And I'm gonna call you on your bullshit. You know what I'm saying? As it should be.
No harm,
You know what I'm
no
saying? No
foul.
foul, dog.
So like,
That's
yeah,
all.
it's not.
It's a
hanging out
comfortable
drinking.
space, man. That's what we want it to be, and that's what it should be, dog. You know what
And
I'm
realistically, I
saying?
think that's why this works, because I always told him all the time, I was like, I do this just because it's a way for me to spend time with y'all.
Word.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know
what I'm
man.
saying?
You know what I mean? That's really what I like about it. Especially, you get so busy with fatherhood, parenthood, marriage, raising kids and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Life like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Real shit. So this is the breakaway, and this is the peace of mind that we provide, you know what I'm saying, with this platform. And that's what, when we created the Bols, that's always what we wanted, man, was just to provide a space where people could come up that we fuck with, that we've been seeing putting work in, but you might not have known about. Now you're going to fucking know. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, Big Show?
fire,
You know what I mean? That's all.
Show in the
You
back.
know what I mean?
And you know what's wild too? It's like, so you said that. It's like, it's nothing for me social, and I just got into the gun range. Like, I enjoy
Oh, you talking to Master Chief Assassin over here? Yeah, what the fuck you talking about? Yeah, dog, you talking to Master Chief Assassin?
Me on a lot of things.
You know what I'm saying? I do not. This nigga been shooting with one eye closed since like 12. Fuck out of here, man.
I mean, but we need more of that though, man. It's like we need that shit. Like,
because they definitely training theirs up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
They definitely training theirs up.
Man, you look at the bullshit going on in the city, and you find out like how aggressive motherfuckers is. And they want to go grab a strap and they don't even know how to use it.
Word.
And then it's just like
Stray bullets
right,
everywhere.
and then people get hurt that don't need to be hurt.
No,
Like, I mean, I'm not big on acting like we're saints out here, but the reality is, I mean, I do believe in a code of conduct. So certain shit is, and a man should be capable of violence. Like that's a part of manhood. There's something capable. I ain't say you got to be acting on it.
No, but think about it like this. Like our good brother Laval, who was on here a couple episodes ago, always says to me, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Riley. Like he said, nigga, it's the Second Amendment. If they could have made it the first, they would have made it the first. You understand what I'm saying? And he, every time he say that shit, because he get on my ass about this shit sometime, I'm like, you're absolutely fucking right. Like they,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the Second Amendment, dog. Right. You get what I'm saying? Freedom of speech. Freedom. Listen, say what the fuck you want. And you better be strapped up. You should be. You get what I'm saying? Like off top. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might need to you might need that strap. So like, yeah, dog, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's fun. But even a little deeper than that, Joy. It's not gonna be all what you're saying. It's about being able to protect what's yours.
Yes.
No, facts.
And that means, like I said, like some standards, some values. I think it's like owning a handgun is the same as teaching kids martial arts and teaching them the ability to discipline. Okay, you capable of this, but you know when to use it.
Period.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a time and a place.
Right. And then when you see like right now, we're one of the largest black cities in the country. We're the poorest, largest black city. Yeah. And when you see how we're affected by this shit, it would make more sense to teach proper gun etiquette and training. But it's so taboo and soft out here, where it's like, you're encouraging them. But like as men and leaders of like your house and your space, you start talking. I know dudes that own straps that never go to the range. Right. Like, so what are you having for? Like you are actually liability.
Yeah.
If I'm at a handgun, I'm at least once a month, dog.
You're a liability.
I want to be able to use this motherfucker.
Listen, when you first start clapping that joint off, it's going to be more than that. But you want, because you're going to want to, because you want to get sharper. Right. And you're going to see, and that's it. As you go out to the range and you see where you off on your marks and your targets and shit like that, that's going to want to make you sharpen the fuck up, dog.
And realizing, like, you shooting targets far away, is like, man, look, if we get something like that, I might as well run. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to be engaging nobody that's that far
50 yards away.
What am I doing?
Now it's about repetition. It's not just nearly the target. It's about how fast I'm getting my shit out, and you know what I'm saying, and on somebody's ass. Like, you get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna call it right now. This time next year, he gonna be promoting some kind of gun range get together for the black folks.
Oh, we there. It's a mixer. Listen, we there. We fucking shooting that joint. Let us know. Let us know, dog.
We need 10% of that.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
It's so crazy you said that.
We all about collaboration, nigga. You already know.
Man. It's like, like taking what we do in social spaces and growing it to where we can still be social, but it's like really more benefiting us more than just the party and the drinking and the bullshit. Right.
Parties getting cast
together. We can still do all that, but it's like I really want to.
Listen, we're going to do an hour of shooting, then we're going to party after this joint. You know what I'm saying?
We'll do it after.
You know what I'm saying? No, real shit. Like,
I was so big on Mar being a sommelier because it's how big it meant.
No, real shit.
Representation for something that we normally don't get. Right. We don't get. That put on us, right, as being that of a high class situation to know why,
right? But we in those rooms too.
Now, especially a black man from Philadelphia, dog.
Like, gun is the backbone of this country, and if you sitting here, you got black men teaching, educating, and knowing how that goes. Like, not only we way more dangerous, we educated. It's like that shit's needed, man.
Yeah,
you saw how we used to do,
even historically,
in the 60s and 70s.
That was the only way to keep the Klan away.
Listen,
listen, had a shotgun. You know what I mean?
We're going right to his bloodline, the militant one. You know what I'm saying? Fight the power, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We must defend ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Organize. Once you blow him away, excuse me. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That was on the Ross intro.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Ross was on some
Then
shit with that
you
shit.
have, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit. Divine manner. Shit. Power to the people. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man.
Yeah, Ross wasn't fucking around when he dropped that intro.
Him and CeeLo, man.
Yeah,
Woo!
that's crazy.
Now we're going to put that shit in there for that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Thumbnail,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. We put that in
Send me
there.
the message
When
and
I
I try to
drop a
work it in the
thumbnail, we'll work that
edit.
shit in.
Yeah, man. You already fucking
Well,
know.
let me ask you, is Let's Live Philly still a thing?
Yeah, so I mean, I ain't gonna hold you, man. It was like COVID, man. Like, how I put it? Like last couple of years, man, I've been struggling with the things that I was able to do was always successful in some way.
Mm-hmm.
So when I kind of like banked on myself, and I started an app called Live Philly. It showed you what was going on in the city.
I remember. I was a part of it. Yes.
Right, and I have no technological background, but I was able to put together a team. And we were like, the app was going. We had 10,000 downloads. You know, we had partners. I was partners with the Philadelphia Union, the soccer club. I really had things going. Then when COVID happened, shut it down. The world shut down.
Yeah, a lot of people
And,
suffered.
You know, I struggled with that because it was like, you know, not only did it not work, it was it means out of my control.
No, you good.
I know it was means out of my control. And then, you know, I put my family out there on the front line to deal with my failure. You know, having 2 children and the woman I was responsible for. So I really didn't know, man. So it was like, you know, let's live and live Philly. I was like, I don't know how to really get this going again. But it was the people that I've been around, and like even just like him reaching out, it was folks like him that was just like in positions when I first met them, they might have been, you know, just starting in their careers, but they weren't established. They said, no, what you had was brilliant. And yo, this was this. If you'd have did this, hey, you can still bring it back. So, you know, I'm actively working on relaunching it, you know, through engaging the city again and looking for partnerships that's not going to be so reliant on me as the person that needs to drive people going to the app. And having an app really isn't a thing anymore where it's like a hard thing because they done made technology advanced.
Yeah,
so
the
easy.
AI can make
Anybody
absolutely
have an app? Anybody?
Question real quick, and I'm an asshole, so hopefully you find this and that. When you did your act, you weren't fucking with that couple that was about to get like booked. You know what I'm saying? Because they was doing them crazy acts and all like that. All right, cool.
I mean,
them
even then, man, look,
them niggas was frauding. But anyway, go ahead.
Peace to them and whoever does that type shit, but it's like it's bullshit.
Yeah.
And it always bothers me when I feel like people take on, like, social media allows people a space to be said. Like we talk about the First Amendment. You know, some of them need the Second Amendment used. It's like, you know, like
Because you fucking with my money.
right, like
You know what I'm saying?
Like, yo, real shit. Like you
fucking with my
use
emotions.
your platform to sell people information that they already have access to, so you can get rich off of it. And then when I look at what you're selling, it's like you're not rich off of what you say.
No,
You always
selling.
switching your shit.
Passing on.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
you're literally being rich off of packaging information,
Right.
and that's a hustle within itself. It's just something I couldn't do. It's
Fast
something
talking motherfuckers.
right? And you know, it's like, you know, don't get me wrong. We all made mistakes in business. We don't all kind of might have shorted people that we wanted to do better for and buy. But I could never intentionally go into
Fuck my
manipulating
people
it
over.
and knowing that I'm telling you, I'm selling you something where it's like, yeah, you can look this shit up yourself, take the time to learn it, and then you overcharging like $5,000 for it. It's
Fam.
it's
Couple
ridiculous,
classes.
man.
We talked about scammers and all that stuff a couple episodes ago, man.
Yeah.
So we know how real
They get
it
rich
is.
as shit though. They get rich fast.
They do,
But
yeah,
it's
I
like,
know.
you know, like
Get money
you
quick
gotta
scheme.
deal with that on your.
It's
on
like the
yourself.
dope game, though. Easy come, easy
Right,
fucking go with
right.
that shit, though. You know what I'm saying? In and out, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the
Yeah.
real gonna last. The
Yeah.
bullshit, get the fuck on out of here, man.
So it's like, you know, like I said, with Let's Live and Live Philly, like I'm definitely looking to relaunch that. The goal is by 2025.
Okay.
You know, I have conversations with. I was able to build equity in the city enough to where it's city agencies that can see the benefit and understanding how to work with me and how I can work with them. And I'll go about it a little differently. But it just took me kind of getting over my own stuff. My feelings was fucking hurt, man.
Yeah.
It was hard to look at people in the face and know that my shit felt the way it did. You know, mostly like, you know, my family, my kids. And I still get it. Yo, man, what's up with your app? I had the app. I'm like, oh, shit. I was like,
Hey,
yeah,
man, but that's
yeah. You know, it was a good
Failure
shit.
makes you stronger, man.
The
Failure makes you
OGs
stronger.
tell me, this is what they tell me. They say, delayed, good brother, not denied. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
sure.
You know what I mean? Real
Just a
shit.
lesson,
So that's how that go.
I'm
get
glad
what
you asked
saying?
that though. But
Well, yeah. I mean, I was trying to do a little research on you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I mean, we come prepared here, though.
Come on, man.
But this is
Come on,
dope.
T Dot. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
That was dope.
And I got something for you too, because I was concerned, because I was wondering, like, what's up with the documentary that you was going through with
Oh,
Big
no.
Ruth,
Wow,
you know
the
what
fact
I'm
you said
saying?
that
You know what I'm
joint.
saying?
So,
Yeah,
alright, so,
dog.
you know, like
with the
that-
starter shit, you know what I'm saying? The vintage shit,
So
absolutely.
that was basically combined, man. You know, I took a jump in 2017 with the app, and then me and my partner, Andrew Trotter. We
Shout out to Drew.
That's my guy, man.
You know
He's
what I'm
one
saying?
of my
All day
closest
long.
friends. So we have no film background. We have no experience in film. Big Rube is my cousin. Me growing up, I was able. When he was going his salon runs and selling water ice and pastas and shit, I'd be with him.
Right.
Right.
Runs.
He would take me out to the Greek back then. And he
yeah.
got the shit set up over here. I'm selling Philly blunts over here. You know what I mean? We had the whole thing. So, I was fortunate to come from a family of entrepreneurs and self-motivated people that had to market themselves.
Hustlers, baby.
Right.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
Ruben, and seeing his story and where he went with Mitchell and Ness, I brought Jamal Hill on board. That was a old friend of mine as well.
Director extraordinaire.
Right.
You know what I'm
And-
saying? Shout out Ma.
So, we put together a short, and we're telling a story about Mitchell and Ness in the throwback era. And we're telling a story about, Ruben being from West Philly and how in society right now, a lot of things that we see as popular in culture, it derives from black people. It starts with black people.
Period.
But do we get the equity and the benefit of what happens?
No,
when
man.
No, because we got things going out here where they calling shit like
Internet-
fades.
like internet speak.
Like when they calling fades Travis Kelsey's and shit like that.
right.
You get what I'm
Right.
saying? They always trying to fuck with the culture.
So, it's like, I can't really go like too deep into it because it's like, we did reach an agreement last year where if you can think about the biggest pivotal people behind Mitchell and us now, they're coming on board to help partner. We should definitely I stopped putting timelines on shit because we've been working on this for 5-6 years. A lot of it had to do with us ain't got no background in it.
Right.
So you try and fail, but I mean I'm excited. I think that's going to be one of the things that I banked a lot of my resources on. That's going to feed me and my kids years from now.
I
that's my
fucking
first
absolutely agree. Because what are you talking about? We want to take you back, you youngins, you Gen Zers, real quick. We're going to take you back to a time, late '90s. All right, we're going to go '98. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go '98 to about '02. All right, I'm gonna give you a 4-piece real quick. And around that time, remember the Black College Weekend we used to have down at King's Dominion?
Yes.
Yeah. I specifically remember the one in 1999. I made sure I got some Lacoste shit because I said, I'm not going to look like none of these niggas down there because all these niggas going to have jerseys on and all that shit. And nigga, for the next 2 years, that's all it was. I needed to stand out. Shout out to the Gator. But I seen it coming, dog. Like, it was a done deal. By the time I was fucking with the throwbacks, it was like, oh, no, the rap niggas wearing it, it's a wrap. You get what I'm saying? It's over. It's a Dunsky, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That era kind of changed, man. It showed the power of sports, music, and fashion, how it is intertwined. And when you look at, like I said, the people behind the creators of that is usually black, urban youth. People that's from the same places you wouldn't want to go travel, the hood. They are the most creative and they create these trends. Like, it got to the point, man, we doing this documentary, we doing the research, where like you got fashion houses like Gucci changing up what their product drops is based on what Mitchell and Ness would be doing for the year.
Exactly.
Just so they can do the colorways and take advantage of that shit. Like Nike, same thing. They're like,
the
all right,
flavor,
they're dropping
man.
these jerseys, then this is colorways we're doing with our sneakers. And to know that impact was just like, we're still seeing it. Sports, music, and fashion drives pop culture. Pop culture is usually someone that doesn't look like us, but they got something from us.
Right. Absolutely.
But what be crazy is, once again, like I always got to do, if you didn't know, the Bols is based out of Philadelphia. One of the flyest, original, we do this shit cities in the world. Not the country, the world. But because we a little bit, quote unquote, smaller, You know,
In
we get,
comparison
you know what I'm
to
saying, in comparison to other big cities, let's say New York.
Close by, big
You know what I'm
cities.
saying? New York,
But
LA.
they come down here.
They come here and get the
some
swag
swag.
and go back up there and act like it's theirs.
You know what's
This
wild?
shit been going on for
What's
decades.
wild that I realized, Brooklyn the same size as Philly.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's
Far
a
as
borough.
Yeah.
Nationwide.
Yeah.
But see, that's crazy because that's
That's
a
a
borough,
borough.
not
That's
a
a
whole
borough.
city.
Exactly.
So
That's a borough
why
in
we-
New NYC. But what I'm saying is what we do in our small capacity resonates throughout
what's
the
funny
world,
though about
man.
Philly though, that just like you got the different boroughs in New York, whatever. You know what I mean? You got Harlem motherfuckers. You got Brooklyn motherfuckers.
Bronx.
Yo, the neighborhoods in Philly are just like that. You know what I mean?
Uptown,
You compare Uptown to like some Harlem cats. You know what I'm
Right?
saying?
No, all the way.
Absolutely.
For real, how we
And they say uptown up there. So it's like, yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
West Philly, I would consider as like a Brooklyn, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm
Brooklyn,
saying?
You know what I mean?
South Philly, like the Bronx, that shit grimy. You know what I'm saying? Southwest, that shit grimy, nigga. Fuck wrong with you.
Southwest is rough.
Exactly, nigga.
Yeah.
Southwest, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Excuse
Well, let
me.
me ask you this, man.
Yeah.
So, what's up with the Mei Mei?
Mei Mei.
Oh yeah, that's just
Yeah, man.
celebrity,
So it's
man.
like, it's a culmination of like
That's like a dope name I want to name it. My
Equity,
Asian John.
equity and work, you put in. My guy J Ho down in Mei Mei, me and my guy Nas, we a partner and we started doing these like R&B dinners, and, because he has the huge event. It's called You, Me, and R&B.
Yes. Into a couple.
So what I said when I was like,
Shout out to you, bro. We've been to a couple
yeah,
with them.
Nas is the man.
You know what
But
I'm
it's like
saying?
when I was like sick over, trying to make my family work, my aunt fell in and not really like, I went so heavy into that space, I distanced myself from food and beverage and nightlife. Nas called me, man. And this is where I say you need brothers and why you need this type of time. Nas is somebody that, at the moment, they treat us as competitors. So we had no problem with each other, but we looked at each other kind of like, "You serious about this? Like, is you really cool with me? You trying
right.
But so I'm sitting here in the cut, man. I'm just like, but I don't really know my next move, and I'm soaking in my own bullshit. It's just hurt. He called me and was like, "Look, man, you are talented. I think, man, I got motivated by a lot of stuff you was doing. Look, I got this going on. Let's come back out. Let's figure something together." And we started doing the dinners together. And we would do it at Mei Mei. And I started talking to the owner. That's my lane. I like to talk about the business, how you can grow your business, where you missing gaps at. And it hit me like he's not from Philly. Asian dude, man. And he's so not about how I can benefit. He's like, if this is space, man, and black people fuck on my space, then how do I keep doing this? It was never no like, man, I don't want it to be this way though. And that's usually what I'm used to dealing with.
Nice.
So it was nothing off limits.
It was a breath.
I want y'all to keep y'all in this other confined to this certain way. You know what I mean?
Right. No, he was like, so me and him just started talking, and he was like, man, you know a lot. You know this market really well. So he was like, what are you doing, with your agency? And I was just like, really? I want to be in food and beverage and hospitality because I see this where the city's going. So I want to know about how we can take what we do, make it cool, but these restaurants, I don't got to twist your arm to come out to dinner.
Right.
Or go to lunch, And then it's something fun to do. So he let me come on board, man. So I run all their marketing. I mean, everything as far as like how their brand is, what they're putting out there. And the business was already doing well, but it's growing crazy right now. It's like open up a second location.
The T-Dot effect, my nigga.
Thank you,
know
man.
what I'm saying?
And you know what's crazy about it? He don't even deny it. There's something where it's like, he says that's exactly, you don't really, I haven't worked with someone like that. And being Asian, I'm learning about their culture. And one thing I will say is they're about their business. They are about prosperity. I think it's a misnomer that we think Asians and black people are always like opposite because they come into our communities and they benefit a lot of times when we don't see
If you pay attention,
right,
they've been showing us the fucking game
Right.
if we do it the right way. You get what I'm saying?
and it's like if you reach out
for sure.
and speak, I reached out and spoke to him. So now that he's opening more restaurants, I'm a part of that growing the hospitality group. And, I have opportunities to not only invest, I have opportunities to be a part of it for more than just, a brand development side, equity whole nine. And I was like, so yeah, I'm a huge fan of Mei Mei. So anybody come down there, I mean, black people made that business because black women went there first. They said the shit was sexy. They started liking it. They started taking
looks
pictures.
nice in there. Yeah.
And then from there, I'm like, instead of him saying, no, I want this type of girl, I want this, he was like, well, how do I do this more? How do I make them feel good? And I was like, yo, I got the answers, man. We go right. So, yeah, matter of fact, man, I would like to invite you guys out, since, we're doing this. Come down there, man, just have some drinks with me.
Okay.
Kind of see it. I'll do some appetizers. Everybody eat a little bit.
Yeah, we like to film you a lot. See, where we come from, brother. It don't just stop with that. You know what I'm saying? We want to film you in your essence, man. Getting, getting busy, you know what I'm saying? Doing that. On top of that, we appreciate that, but we also want to shout out Mei Mei, you know what I'm saying? Right. Shout out you, the whole situation, you know what I'm saying? And, we got a little set video shit, so we can set something up for you with the tech boys, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Can do that. Real shit, dog. That's what we love to do, dog.
I look forward to that. Yeah, we definitely make that happen. Exactly. Well, I only had one more question. This is a question I always ask people we interview. So, what's on the board for 2024?
2024 is strengthening partnerships and relationships. Like I said, I just came from dinner, and that's what that conversation was. It was about, instead of looking forward about what you can build, who's next to you, who's doing what. So I've been doing personal inventory, just looking like, all right, if you got this going on, I got this going on. How can I benefit you? I'm not asking how we can work together. I'm not asking how, make money together. How can I benefit you? Or is something I have, can we share? Second, for me, is just personal development. I feel like the biggest thing we all lack, and you can see it, that's why the materialism and social media shit is just like driving people crazy. I feel like there's spirituality and God is not really a focus.
And that need to be at the top, at the forefront of it. All right? You understand what I'm saying?
So for me, it's about, that journey, like, I've been called, and I love what Islam represents. I've been seeing the masculinity and the beauty behind it, and it's something where it's like I need to dig deeper in myself and see if that's the path. But that's what I'm doing for 2024. It's really no business goals. It's nothing like that. It's because I feel like if I take those two approaches, everything else is going to fall in line.
See, what you are doing right there, T. Dot, is walking the path of enlightenment. All right? So serious, you know what I'm saying? No, real shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm happy to say that you are around some of the most enlightened boys, especially when you add in Mustafa Abdul, Militant One, Brother Byron Sharif in the mix. You know what I'm saying? I damn near shed a glory tear when the brother just talked about his faith. Fuck the phone. It fell again. It's off. It's what it is right now. But no, all jokes aside, no, real shit, dog. That's what it's about. Yeah. It's about good. Listen, man. Whether it be Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, my goal has and always will be that you believe, that you have a faith, and that you understand that whoever you decide you follow, whether it be Jesus, Allah, Buddha, that love, unconditional love, is at the forefront of all these teachings. And if you know that and believe that, you will achieve that. Bars, man. Goddamn, man.
What I like, right?
You know what I'm saying?
This is what I like, right? Because between this week and last week when we had Miss Miller on the show,
the Big Show,
Big Show,
asked both people the same question, and they both talk about self-improvement.
Exactly.
And that's being the goal, for this year.
Of 2024.
So that's what I love to hear.
Because you can't do shit if you don't look at yourself first and try to improve your shit. You know what I'm saying?
As I said, we're in a place in society and just as a community where it's easy because everybody has access to each other's daily doings.
Yeah, because we put it out there and shit.
So it's easy to be like, why they do that? Or they shouldn't have did that. I would never did that. Mm-hmm. But you take so much time away from yourself. Whereas like, when you really think about it,
other folks.
Right. When you really think about it, it's just like, man, it starts with just simple shit. It's like, for me, like, I know for a fact, like, my weight go up and down. And it's like, okay, cool. It's not from a lack of knowledge. It's from consistency of putting some real shit in place because I prioritize bullshit. And it's like, that's a hard conversation to have with yourself. You know what I mean? Like,
But it's a real conversation
That you
when
should
you
have,
on
you
that
need to
shit
have.
that you
Right.
need to have with
and then it's
yourself.
like just being a father, right? Like my shit comes up. Like, my 2 children, I'm so active with my kids that when I'm calling them and asking them to do things, like my son 9, he had the other day, I was like, yo, you're not doing your push-ups every day, dude. Like, you want to do this, do that. He like, you do yours? I was like,
Let's do them together.
Exactly. It was like,
I did not do mine.
I did not. And it's I was like, so.
Thank you, but that's also letting you know you raising them right too, dog.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
shit.
And it's like, when we was younger, it was be seen, not heard.
Right.
I mean,
It was.
be seen, not heard. Now, I encourage my kids to do that within reason, though. Be respectful.
No, absolutely.
But the fact that he challenged me on that, and it's the truth. I was like, well, I'm not the one that say I want to play basketball. You want to hoop?
I'm still going to dad this situation, but on the low, I'm proud of you,
Talk to
little
me
one.
like that.
The funny thing is when you realize that your kids have the same outlook on things that you might have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can't really get mad at that. Because
Yeah.
I would have reacted the same way.
Yeah.
You love when they show those that intelligence.
So it's like, maybe you don't have them conversations with yourself, and if everything you got is your plan just business and striving to be the best, man, you gonna burn the fuck out, man. And life ain't worth living if it's always just about the bullshit you think, because you're gonna always be looking for a win. And them wins is, if you really know what you're supposed to do, wins is far few in between because they not easy.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
So that's why comes back to you again and something you just was talking about. That's why what happened with the app, this, that, and the third, brother, they wasn't losses. They was lessons that's leading you to bigger blessings. See how I go with that? God damn, you know what I'm saying?
That shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this shit.
Drop jewels.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, because I mean, it's perfect timing, man. Like, it's real. Like, this is what it's about. This is the era we are in. And I'm so happy to be around like-minded people. You know what I'm saying? That's on that same shit. You know what I mean? And that's where we at, man. Hey, listen, man. If you didn't fucking know, let me explain something, Tom.
Real quick, before you cut us off real quick.
All right, go right ahead, Tom.
We got my man.
Direct,
T.
man.
We appreciate that he coming out for us right now. You know what I mean? Good to sit down with us. I mean, we got something
So what we got to do is bless you. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta feel it. Listen, you got a fucking sweatsuit 2 years ago that's pink and blue. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So ain't nobody trying that shit.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, back to you, man. Appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And I feel like, he actually rocked that joint and like posted and shit. You know what I'm saying? We would give it, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
You did, sir.
You know what I'm saying? That's all.
This time next week.
All right, Sleeve.
All
Bring it
right.
on home, man.
I'm trying to. We got a lot of fucking.
No, that was it.
No, listen. First and foremost, T-Dot, man.
Yeah.
Love and appreciate you, bro. Listen. This is only the. Listen, you motherfuckers get ready. Like we brought him on here, but listen, we ain't done with fucking T-Dot. All right, this is just the fucking beginning. You understand what I'm saying? Building as we should out this joint, and y'all fuck with my man. And everything he do. Follow him at Tyrone Dixon.
I'm about to say, shut the candles out, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's my
You know what I'm
name,
saying?
man. It's Tyrone _Dixon. That's across Twitter and Instagram. But I mean, you go on my Instagram, it's boring, man. It's a bunch of kids stuff and posting maybe some, recaps of some projects I'm a part of. But other than that, man, come to Mei Mei, please. I think that's a great spot where not only we welcome, we are thriving. It's a good time. You ain't got to think twice about it. And, and then support the people that I really rock with.
Right.
My man Nas, Occupy Nas. Anything he got going on, you should feel comfortable to go.
Shout out Nas, you know what I'm saying? All day. You know what I'm saying?
Stop, man. That's it, man. We can kill it for that.
Listen, the militant one already gave me the look. See, this is where we at in our chi. All right, you know what I'm saying? He already got, you know what I mean? Listen, if you didn't know, man.
You rocking
The
with
Bols, man. Podcast, that is. Motherfuckers, we everywhere. You understand? On all platforms. Check for us, you know what I'm saying? Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, YouTube. He in the background with all this shit. Let me say it, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. It's cool. I got you. This is what we do all the goddamn time. You know what I'm saying? Officer of the goddamn law, Mustafa. You understand what I'm saying? End of the day, man, we appreciate y'all. For all our new followers, new subscribers, listen, appreciate y'all. Keep building with us. Listen, we only going to bring the real from the town of the motherfucking Phil. The Bols, baby. We everywhere. Peace, man. You know what I mean?